One peaceful morning, beside a shimmering lake deep within a green forest, lived a young squirrel named Sammy. From the outside, Sammy's life seemed perfect. He had a cozy nest high in an oak tree, plenty of acorns to eat, and a safe place to sleep. Yet every evening, as he sat on a branch overlooking the water, a strange feeling filled his heart. Something was missing. I don't know what it is, Sammy often thought, but everyone else seems happier than me. One sunny afternoon, while watching the lake, he noticed a duck gliding effortlessly across the water. The duck's name was Daisy. She splashed through the waves, dove beneath the surface, and floated peacefully wherever the current carried her. She looked completely free. Sammy watched for hours. "Look at her," he whispered. "She never worries about anything." The next day, he returned to the shore, and the next, and the next. Eventually, Daisy noticed him. "You've been sitting there for days," she laughed. "Are you studying the lake?" Sammy smiled nervously. "No, I was watching you." "Me? You always seem happy." Daisy chuckled. "I have good days and bad days, just like everyone else." But Sammy wasn't convinced. To him, Daisy's life looked perfect. Soon they became friends. Every day, they talked beside the lake. Daisy told stories about distant shores, hidden coves, and adventures across the water. Sammy shared stories about climbing tall trees, gathering food, and exploring the forest canopy. At first, their friendship was healthy, but slowly something changed. Sammy began depending on Daisy for his happiness. If she was late, he worried. If she spent time with other animals, he felt lonely. If she went exploring alone, he couldn't stop thinking about her. Without realizing it, friendship was turning into attachment. One evening, while the sun painted the lake golden, Sammy spoke. "Daisy, can I ask you something?" "Of course. Do you think we'll always be friends?" Daisy smiled. "I hope so. But what if one day you leave?" "Why would I leave?" "I don't know," Sammy said quietly. "Things change." Daisy looked at him kindly. "Friendship doesn't need chains, Sammy." But Sammy couldn't let go of his fear. That night, he barely slept. The thought of losing Daisy kept spinning through his mind. The next morning, he arrived carrying a thin vine. "Daisy, I have an idea." "What kind of idea?" Sammy held up the vine. "Let's tie ourselves together." Daisy blinked. "What? Just our legs? That way we'll always stay close." The duck laughed, thinking he was joking. But Sammy wasn't smiling. "I'm serious." Daisy hesitated. Something about the idea felt wrong. Friends shouldn't need ropes. Friends should choose to stay. Yet seeing the worry in Sammy's eyes, she finally sighed. "If it makes you feel better." Together, they tied the vine around one of Sammy's legs and one of Daisy's legs. The knot was tight, strong, impossible to ignore. Sammy smiled with relief. "There, now we're connected forever." Daisy wasn't sure why, but the knot made her uncomfortable. Still, she said nothing. For a while, everything seemed fine. They walked along the shore together. They talked. They laughed. Sammy felt safer than ever. But nature has its own rules, and no rope can change them. Later that afternoon, Daisy grew excited. "The water looks wonderful today." Before Sammy could respond, she ran toward the lake. Splash! She jumped into the water. The vine instantly tightened. Sammy was yanked off the shore and dragged into the lake. Cold water swallowed him. Panic exploded inside his chest. His paws thrashed wildly. His tail soaked instantly. For a moment, he managed to stay afloat. "I can do this," he gasped. "I can learn." Daisy turned around. "See? You're doing great." But Sammy wasn't doing great. He was struggling. Every movement felt harder. Every breath felt shorter. His muscles burned. The water that felt natural to Daisy felt like a prison to him. "Daisy," he called. "Slow down." "What?" "I am tired." "You'll get used to it." But Sammy was not made for life in the water. He wasn't a duck. He wasn't built to float. He wasn't built to swim all day. Yet he kept trying, because he didn't want to lose her. Minute after minute, his strength faded. His movements slowed. Fear filled his eyes. Water splashed into his mouth. His body sank lower, lower, and lower. Finally, Sammy whispered something so quietly that only the wind seemed to hear. "I don't belong here." Then he stopped moving. The lake became silent. Daisy stared in shock. Sammy? No answer. The squirrel floated motionless beside her. The vine remained tied. The friendship remained tied. But one friend was gone. Terror gripped Daisy. She tried to swim back to shore, dragging Sammy's weight behind her. Then suddenly, a shadow passed overhead. Large wings blocked the sunlight. A hawk, its sharp eyes locked onto the floating squirrel. Easy prey. The hawk folded its wings and dove. Before Daisy could react, powerful talons grabbed Sammy and lifted him into the air. The vine tightened instantly. Daisy, the duck, screamed as she was ripped out of the water. Her wings flapped desperately. I can't fly like this. She twisted and struggled. The higher the hawk climbed, the tighter the vine pulled. The same knot that once felt comforting now felt like a trap. A prison. A sentence. The hawk beat its wings harder. But carrying two animals was difficult. Too difficult. After a few moments, it lost its grip. The squirrel slipped free. And because the vine still connected them, Daisy fell too. Both animals plunged toward the rocks below. Faster, faster, and faster. Then, crash. The forest fell silent. The lake became still. The wind carried away the last ripples on the water. And beside the shore lay two friends whose lives had ended because of a choice neither understood soon enough. Now think carefully. Was it the hawk that killed them? Not really. The hawk simply followed its nature. Was it the lake? No. The lake was where Daisy belonged. The real cause was the vine, the force bond, the attachment that ignored reality. In life, many people make the same mistake. They become so afraid of losing someone that they hold on too tightly. They force relationships. They ignore differences. They enter situations where they don't belong. They convince themselves, I'll adjust. I'll change. I'll become whatever I need to be. And for a while, it seems to work. But sooner or later, reality reveals itself. Just as the squirrel could never become a duck, we cannot build a healthy life by abandoning who we truly are. The strongest relationships are not held together by fear. They are held together by trust. Because love does not need ropes. Friendship does not need chains. And sometimes, the wisest thing we can do is allow people to remain close without forcing them to stay tied to us. Remember this, a wrong attachment doesn't just pull one life down. Sometimes it pulls both.